Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been quite a while since I posted my last video. I'll make sure to post videos frequently and creatively moving forward. In this video, we will go over how to set up a GitHub repository and upload your code to it. You must first create a GitHub account. You will be redirected to this page after creating a GitHub login. Let's start by creating a simple repository by clicking on the Create Repository button on the left. Then you will be asked for some information. Enter any name you want for the repository and if necessary include a description. You can also specify the type of repository to be created. It can either be private or public. If it is public, anyone with access to internet can view it. If it is private, you have control over who can view it. After that, you can populate your repository with a readme file. We have now successfully created a GitHub repository. We must now migrate our local code to the GitHub repository. Let's go to the local folder containing your code. Open a command prompt in the local folder location. Let's start by entering a set of commands. First, we need to enter the git initialize command in order to initialize an empty Git repository. If you are familiar with Git, the following steps should come as no surprise. If not, we will post another video on complete Git tutorials. But for the time being, you can follow all the commands in the same way. First, you must add your files. If you need to add one file, type git add and then the file name. If you need to add all your files, type git add start. After you have added your files, you must commit it with a message. To do so, enter git commit -m message to accomplish this. We will call it the initial commit in this case. The branch should then be changed to main. To do so, enter git branch -m space main. We must now connect this repository to the GitHub repository. Enter git remote add origin and then the remote URL provided in the GitHub URL. Now we have connected our local repository with the GitHub repository. Now we need to push our local code to the repository. Enter git push -u origin main. Every time you add new files or modify any changes, you must add those changes and then commit and then push your code. Here I have created another file. Let me add that file and then commit followed by the push command. The following steps is subjective to your environment. If you are prompted for your credentials in an UA, enter your credentials and hit the tick button. Even after entering the current credentials, if you are prompted for your credentials, enter the username and password again. If you see an error message, you will need to create a personal access token from the GitHub. Go to GitHub page, click on the user icon on the top right corner of the page and then select the setting action. When you go to the bottom, you will see a setting on the left says developer setting. Click on it, then on the personal access token tab and finally on the classic tokens. Click on generate new token button and choose the classic option. Enter the node, expiration date and any other scopes you need. I have already made a personal token here and I intend to use it. Following the creation of token, go to control panel, credential manager and then Windows credential and find the specified URL. If you find the URL, edit and replace the password with your GitHub personal access token. If you can't find the specified URL, select add a generic credential button. The internet address will be the specified URL and your username and the password will be your GitHub personal access token. You are now finished. Now return to the command prompt where we left off with git. Enter the push command once. Your code will be pushed to the GitHub repository this time. Reloading will confirm this.